Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing well. I just thought I'd come on to show you some of the books. I think I promised that I would do this, and so yeah, I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit, pull it back. There we go. Yeah, so I said I would do some just a quick go through some of the books that I've been buying from second-hand shops. Some of them, not these actually, but some of them I acquire from book swaps and things like that, and some online. A lot from the Oxfam charity shops and other charity shops. So yeah, some are bargains, and some I bought because I like to collect books as well. So I have quite a big library of books. And a lot of them are vintage, or some are antique, but I buy them for their beauty, for their interest. A lot of them are nature books, so I really enjoy nature books and nature writing, and also the images as well. And then some of them, the ones that, for example, are ripped. I've got an example of one here where the spine came off, or it was hanging off when I got it. I got it from I think it was a box of books that were being sold for next to nothing, and I thought the papers were really lovely. The paper is really nice quality, and it's a book of poetry, so very very well worth keeping and using in some of the projects. It could have been salvaged, I guess, with a new spine, or a new sort of cover for the spine, but anyway, I decided to use it for the pages because I particularly liked it, and also I love the colour of the pages, and I love I love poetry, so I thought I'd use that one. This one, so this was from Oxfam bookshop, and it's a set of two. I'll get the other one. So there we go, and yeah, I loved them for their imagery, and just the fact that they're very old and in excellent condition. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you a quick flip through, if you like, of these books and some of the other books that I've been buying recently. So we'll start with the first one. I mean, I think as bookmakers, you can imagine, especially with those that like to have a nature theme, I think you can imagine how beautiful it is to have a book like this, and also I wouldn't use this, I wouldn't rip this up, I wouldn't use it in that sense, but I could take copies, I believe, of some of this. I mean, look at the colours in there, are just absolutely stunning. Hope you can see that. Some writing, oh, it's just gorgeous, and then the eggs as well, which is lovely, and a lovely little black and white image there, illustration rather. So yeah, really beautiful. Some of my favourite, these are obviously British birds and their nests. And I'm just going to check them in. I'm going to stand up actually because I can see better. So yeah, book of British birds and their nests. So absolutely gorgeous detail and colour. The colours, I was blown away by the colours actually. I mean, look at that blue. And the detail, and then the egg, and then a lovely little black and white illustration, pen and ink illustration. So you can find these books online. If you have a look, you can find them. As I said, these are in excellent condition. Some are not so much, but yes, that's the first one. And the second one, again, absolutely gorgeous cover, beautiful cover. Lovely design on the book board, and then nice end papers, pretty end papers, and then again the same quality. And this one's a second edition, it's 1954, and I believe the same for the other one. I'll just double check that because I didn't check it before. Oh, 5th edition, 1954. So obviously this one came out first, and by the time it got to 1954 it was their 5th edition, and then this is the 2nd edition in 1954. Obviously very popular. I mean, just gorgeous. Lovely blue egg there. So pretty. Very collectible, and just bring so much joy. I'm a huge book fan, I think I said. I love reading. I'm an avid reader, and I also listen to a lot of audiobooks as well, which quite often send me to sleep, but yeah, so more lovely pages, more lovely pen and ink illustrations. I mean, look, that's my other big love, passion, is roses, and I have a very special book to show you. Oh, gorgeous owl image there. So yeah, so those two bought very recently. These two, again, a set, and again vintage. Let's see when these were printed. Well, here we go, 1955 for the volume 2, and I don't know, I'll check what's 1955 for volume 2, so we'll see what, yeah, 1955. So these are paperbacks, and they're filled with illustrations, just possibly, yeah, I don't know what sort of medium was used, pencil or pen, ink or whatever, but really gorgeous illustrations. And again, this isn't a book that I would rip up. You know, I'll take inspiration, I'll do some drawing from them, do some learning, and, you know, I just generally really enjoy them. But I mean, they're just stunning to me, just absolutely beautiful. And the same for volume 2. More, I mean, you know, the detail in them is just, I'm sure, whoops, I'm sure a lot of you can appreciate how special these books are. They're just stunning. So yeah, there we go. So there's 2 more books that I recently bought. This one, more bird books. Some of the bird books that I do get, because I get quite a lot of them, I find a lot in charity shops, and they're often quite cheap. This one was 99p, and yeah, I could see myself using this, because I think the pages are just amazing. You've got the you know, loads of birds on one page. Probably wouldn't bother fussy putting these out, just wouldn't seem worth it to me. And then the migratory paths, habitation, and what have you. And this is a book about birds of Britain, Europe, with North Africa and the Middle East. So yeah, really lovely. Some of my favourite birds there. Again, really lovely illustrations. I mean, this is the thing about this sort of era in the I mean, again, some of my favourite birds. Crows, very special birds. Ravens, they're all of those corvid, but are they called corvus? Corvus. Corvid. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Yeah. Actually, I think they are corvids. I can see the word corvid there. But corvid, not COVID. Sorry. Yeah. Lovely book, and for 99p, it's in excellent condition. The date on this one is, oh, look at that, look how pretty that is. Wow, that is lovely detailing. This one is 1970, yeah, 1972. It looks like yeah, it was printed in 1972, so it's first edition. Oh, how lovely. Shirley and Neville, with much love and many, many thanks for the superb week I spent with you both. 17th of the 6th, 72. Lovely. So yeah, as I was saying, I might use this book. I might use some of the pages from this book. I may not. The jury's out. Another illustrated book of birds. This one's a hardback. Have a look at the cover. Oh, I don't think I've actually seen that. Quite dirty there, but what a lovely cover. And it's on the back as well. It's a shame it's got that staining, but it's possible that will come off with a bit of gentle cleaning. So let's have a look at this one. This one is 1980, and I got this from a charity shop, £2.99, and this was definitely from Oxfam. And again, I mean, it's full of illustrations, lovely colour plates, if that's what they're called, or colour images. Really nice detail. Again, those sort of vintage colours. I do love those colours. I think they're very special, you know, instead of those gaudy colours that we see today quite often. These are just very, very special. Beautiful muted tones. And loads of written information in the book as well. I'll just pull it back a little bit so you can see a bit more. There you go, sorry. Oh wow, look at that. So really lovely. So yeah, another very special book, and some black and white images there as well. Gorgeous. Wow. I think I'm more likely to scan, if I'm able to, if I'm allowed to, I'm more likely to scan and use the images from copies rather than take anything out of this book. It's really pretty, beautiful book. And this one, British Trees in Colour. Another lovely nature book. I mean, I love this colour cover, the cloth cover. Really nice. And gold printing on the edge there. Let's have a look. See when this was published. This one is a third impression and it's 1977. And again, gorgeous, beautiful illustrations, paintings, lots of information. So, I mean, you know, you can take an awful lot from these books just as they are. You know, there's no need to rip them up to get, if it's allowed. I have to stress that. But you know, quite often I like to draw, and I like to paint, and you know, these are great for inspiration. And also I do forage. I forage, and I use sort of the herbs and the wild plants, trees, leaves and berries from the leaves, flowers from, berries and leaves and flowers from the trees, to use in some of my apothecary lotions and potions. So yeah, so it's good to know what I'm actually picking. Right, so that's the first lot of books. Excuse me while I quickly get a few more. They're heavy. I hope I'm not boring you. Okay, this very, 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 very special to me. This one, I mean, I was just absolutely blown away when I found it in a charity shop for the princely sum of £1. And I think you'll agree with me when you see the inside of it, how very special it is. A lovely red cloth cover, again gold detailing on the side or printing, and yeah, let's go through it. So we've got, this one was so it's a book about roses, obviously, and the author is a Danish author, and it was, this copy is 1966. Yeah, 1966. I was 3 years old at the time, and the imagery in this book is just stunning. The black and white illustrations, the information in here, they're just beautiful. You can see that some of the light isn't great on these, but yeah, so beautiful black and white. So again, if I'm allowed to photocopy this, certainly will. So it starts with the history of the rose, and then gradually, very gradually, you start to get these colour prints, and then we have these absolutely stunning rose paintings, illustrations and paintings. I mean, they're just, I'll let you just look at that for a moment. I mean, I won't go through everything, but every page, but yeah, if you're a rose lover like me, you'll know why I was delighted with this. It's just the most amazing book for me. I use roses in my work a lot. I grow roses, and I use the petals and the hips in my work in the apothecary. And I make all sorts of, I mean, look at this background here. They certainly knew what they were doing. So this is Irene of Denmark. That was obviously very special. So yeah. Yes, I use a lot of the roses in my work. There you go. Very special book. My favourite. This one I bought recently, very recently, and I got it from, in fact I bought it last week, and I got it off Amazon, the booksellers on Amazon. I can't remember which particular one it was, but it was £3 or £4. As a herbalist, you know, books on herbs and their uses are always interesting to me. Obviously, you know, I'm learning all the time. You never stop learning when it comes to plants. Botany or herbalism or any, you know, gardening or horticulture, you never stop learning. It's just a constant learning curve. And yeah, this book I saw online and I thought, oh, I've got to have that because add it to my collection, but also because, and this one is not so old, it's 1985, and it was first published in 1975, so yeah, really pretty illustrations. And again, lots of inspiration in here. So yeah, I mean, I would not ever pull any pages out of here. It's just purely for interest and inspiration and information reference material. Wow. I mean, it's an Italian author. Just gorgeous. So again, another amazing book, vintage book. And this one is the Frampton Flora by Richard Mabey, and Richard is a popular artist, writer and artist. So I'm just checking, so it doesn't say anything about that on there, but anyway, I bought this. Let's see if it has a price on. No, it doesn't. It wouldn't have been more than a few pounds because I generally don't spend that much. 1985. I've seen people using these actually. This one, wow, look at that. I don't remember seeing that before. Yeah, I have seen people using this book. You know, the images from this book. Yeah, really lovely. Lovely coloured pages. Very sort of a lovely creamy colour. Oh wow, gorgeous. And so you can see the historical references. From the 1840s. And I love this style of, you know, the layout of these. The Art of Drawing Leaves. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous images. Woodlands. So again, some absolutely amazing reference material, and I'd be tempted actually to use some of these in my book, some of the originals in my books, just because if I did, I would buy another copy, put it that way, just to make sure that I had two copies, one for reference and for my collection, and the other one for yeah, for using. But I like this style of page, and that's the sort of style I would like to see in some of my books. Hence the potential for this one being used. Oh well, yeah, just gorgeous. So yeah, and I've got one last one to show you that, sorry for knocking the camera. This one, again, I bought very recently, and this one was from one of the booksellers, second-hand booksellers that you get, either World of Books or something like that online. Doesn't tell me, but I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. And it actually, I only bought it very recently, like within the last 2 weeks. And I do remember now, it was from Amazon, but it was from one of those booksellers, and I think I paid £3 for it. So the thing I really like about this book, it's yeah, 1980, and this is the 1980 copy. Oh yeah, I'll show you this. I mean, I know you're gonna love that. Just beautiful. Oh wow, I mean, in excellent condition. So yeah, one of the things that I really love about this book is the writing is great, you know, the information is great, but also there is some really nice drawing instructions in this book for anybody who is wanting to do botanical illustrations and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of yeah, lots of nice, beautiful images, really pretty. You can see the difference in the colour though, even though yeah, I mean, how pretty is that? So much more sort of vibrant colours, purples and pinks. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, gorgeous. Portraits of wildflowers, some habitat. Oh, I do like these specimen cards. And then yeah, this is sort of recording and photographing flowers, and information about that, and then some drawing instructions. Oops. Painting flowers. I mean, it's got everything really. And again, this is a very popular book with junk journalers and nature themed journals, floral journals, and yeah, I see people taking from this book. Again, there are quite a lot of copies, and because it was only £3, I would consider using from this book and get myself a second copy just to have, you know, for my collection. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little flip through of oh, half an hour, goodness me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't too long and didn't bore you to death. But yeah, I hope, you know, these books are readily available, most of them online to buy, or in bookshops, second-hand bookshops. And you know, so yeah, I would recommend some of them, all of them in fact, but obviously some for collection and some for using in your journals, and some for inspiration and just the beauty of them. But yeah, I hope you found something useful in this video, and I shall, yeah, be back soon. So take care, and thank you for watching, and bye for now.